Hey guys, today we have Ishank and he is having total 3 years and 4 months of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices domain. And those who want to give same frame of interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So now let's get started. Hey, hello Ishank, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
So Ishank, can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Okay, so as you know, my name is Ishal Jain. I'm currently working in Accenture and I'm having a total of 3 years and 4 months of experience as a Java developer there. Up till now in Accenture, I have worked on two projects. Like the first one, it is from the banking domain, and there I was handling the transaction, multi-currency, and digital payment system there. Like there are platforms, so I was handling all of them. And my in my second project, so it's an insurance project in Accenture. So the
Mhm.
thing is, there I was handling a automation endorsement automation platforms there. And the thing is, apart from my project working experience, I have one professional Oracle certification in the Java. That is the Oracle Java
That is nice.
Standard Edition 8 Programmer 1 certification. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is all about me. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Hmm.
So Ishank, let's say a child class overrides a method but still wants parent logic. So how will you handle this?
So in that case, I
Just
think
giving
what
you a
we
hint,
can do.
maybe super can help on this.
Yeah, yeah, we can use the super because by super we can call the parent class. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, we can do it like this. We can call the super method, and we can call the method from the parent class because that's
Super dot method name.
super dot method. Yeah, yeah, correct.
Let's say what happens if parent method is final. In this case, let's say if parent method is fine, so what will happen?
So we cannot inherit the properties of the parent class, or we can say we cannot extend it further. Okay,
Final method
by any
cannot be
class.
overridden.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
It cannot be like we
Mhm.
cannot create a child class of it. So
Okay,
that
okay.
is the thing.
Let's say you have a car and engine, car class and engine class. Which one would you use among inheritance or composition?
So car so here we will use the composition because composition says
Hmm.
one class consisting another class. Okay, so here
Okay.
the car class consists engine class.
Composition basically, I mean, has a relationship. A car has an engine,
Hmm. Yeah.
and for inheritance, it's is a
It's
relationship.
is a
Okay.
is a relationship.
Is method overriding decided at runtime or compile time?
Method overriding. So it is method overriding. It is decided at the runtime. Method
Okay.
overriding.
Mm-hmm. No, no, method overloading,
Method overloading. So it is decided at the compile time only. Yeah, at the time
compile
of
time only.
compiling of the program.
Okay.
Yes.
What if parent and child both have static methods with the same name? What will happen?
Okay. Wait. If a parent and child both are having a static method, but the thing is,
I
like
mean,
they
same, with the
cannot
same
have
name.
with same name. If they are having a method with the same name, so that means we are actually trying to override the method from the parent, but static methods cannot be overriding, like it cannot be overridden. So that is the thing, we cannot override the static method. So in that case we will get an
Mhm.
error. Yeah.
Okay. No, actually, we won't get any error. This is called method hiding, not overriding. We can do this. Which method is called depends on the reference type, not the object. Are you getting? There is a
Okay.
concept method hiding in the Java. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
As you have said, we cannot override static methods, right? Can you tell
Mhm.
me the reason?
Like because they are bind with the class, like the static
Hmm.
methods are they are bind with the class, and
Okay.
so if they are bind with the class, that means they are
Mm.
already decided at the time of compiling. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so the thing is we cannot override it because if we are overriding, that means we have a two options. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, once a class name itself is called in any of the program, That
Okay.
means it is already fixed. I mean, the all the things should be already fixed, like either
Mm-hmm.
one or two. Okay, so here the static method, here the static method, it is for the class. It is called when class is called. Okay, so it is bind with the class, not the object. So that is
Okay.
the reason,
Got it.
like, we
Got it.
cannot.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, I want to share something important with you. Actually, Ishan prepared from our interview preparation kit and cracked multiple interviews. We have also referred him to the multiple companies. So let me tell you, this interview preparation kit has four main parts. First is complete interview preparation material. It is a step-by-step material made by me, expert and MNC's interviews. 99% of the questions asked in interviews are covered in it. Second is two real enterprise client projects. Code and video recorded sessions are there, and you can add this in your resume. Third is lifetime chat support. Here you can ask your doubts anytime. Fourth is referral support. Here we help you get referred to the top MNC. So basically, this material is organized as per your experience level and covers Java, Spring Boot, Spring Security, Spring Data JP, microservices, Kafka, Maven, Git coding questions, Stream API coding questions, and many more. You can buy just the complete interview preparation material or the full interview preparation kit with project supports and referrals. I have added the links in the description below. So now moving to our interview. So Ishant, let's say there is a parent class and it has a method process method. Okay. Child changes logic completely. Is it a good use of inheritance?
Yeah, it is a very good use of inheritance, because sorry, because of this, it gives us the flexibility, um, to, let's suppose,
No, no. What
inside
does
our.
inheritance mean? Inheritance means the child should behave like the parent. Is it?
No, like, it should inherit the properties. I mean, it should inherit the properties. That means it should inherit the names of the method from the
Okay. No,
from the parent class,
let's say there is a
from the
method
parent
get
class.
area in the parent, and we are calculating, let's say, get area by A into B, something like that. Now, in the child class, you override the logic of calculating that area. You have done instead of A into B, now you are overriding as A plus B.
Okay.
Mhm.
So here, so the thing is, it depends on, like, if let's suppose, here, if we are overriding the implementation of the method from the
Mhm.
parent class, so I
Mhm.
think it gives us the flexibility. We can use this child class object
Mhm.
according to our purpose. Let's suppose, we have a engine class. Engine class may have a method called, let's suppose, start. Okay, it has a
Right.
start method.
Mhm.
Okay, and now, if let's suppose, which type of, whether it's a Mahindra engine, whether it's a Tata engine, so for that we have a separate child class. Okay, but
Mhm.
if let's suppose now we are extending the properties from the engine class, now
Okay, so that
this.
I think that's an example of interface.
Hmm. So that means it's a very good thing. Like, we are
Mm.
inheriting the properties, and we are overriding it, because
Mhm.
every child class will should behave differently. Okay.
Mhm.
So I think that's a very good implementation, and that's a very good use of the inheritance.
Okay. Actually, Ishank, the thing you are telling, that's true. But for that case, if we have to override the properties of the parent methods, right? Then the best practice is to use interfaces. Okay, got it. Inheritance means the child
Okay.
class should behave like the parent class. Okay, let's say there is a
Okay.
class.
So.
You got it? If child changes behavior so much that it's no longer fits a parent's meaning, then it means inheritance is misused. Although
Okay.
we could do this, we could I mean, change the logic completely of the parent method. But yes, if we want the things like we want to change the parent methods completely, then the best practice is to use interfaces, not
Okay.
inheritance.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, actually, like, what I was thinking. I was thinking whether I mean, I was not thinking of the interface at that time. I was thinking about the abstract classes. Okay, because
Okay.
abstract class can have.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
like by the way, in our project as well, like whether it is any kind of, whether it's a BFI service or any
Mm.
kind of service are there. So for that, we have to first create an interface, and
Uh,
then we have to create one class which is implementing that interfaces.
interfaces.
Okay, so yeah, so
That's
yeah.
that's a good practice. Okay, so tell me, when should we use composition instead of inheritance?
Okay, instead of inheritance. Okay, so like in the dependency injection cases, we
Mm.
know in the Spring Boot, like in our previous question, we have seen like there's one car class, and that car class consists one of the class as a
Mhm.
field. Okay,
Okay.
so in that case, we use the composition,
Hmm.
and we know where we have to use the inheritance.
Is a
If let's
relationship.
suppose if we are, yeah,
Okay,
inheritance,
got it.
it is a relation, and it is a has a relationship composition. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so Ishank, in our classes, we make all variables private. Okay. Why can't we make all variables public?
Some methods, if we have made some method as private, that means we have created those method only for this class purpose only. Okay, like we cannot call these method from the
No, no,
from
I'm
the
not
other
asking about
classes.
methods. I'm asking about variables. We make
Variables.
variables as private, right, in our classes. But
Hmm.
why cannot we make all those variables as a public?
Okay, so it's an example of encapsulation.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
fine.
it is an example of an encapsulation, because
Mm-hmm.
we have to hide like what all properties that we have. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like what all data that we have. Okay,
Uh,
and now we are making the field like getter and setters as public. That means we can modify something on that data. Okay,
okay,
and
okay.
by doing so, if let's suppose we have implement a setter method, we can implement those data
Mm-hmm.
according to our way. If let's suppose we have to put some more validation as well,
Mm-hmm.
we can do it with the help of a setter. And while
Mm-hmm.
getting the data, if let's suppose we have to add few more things while getting something, so we can
Okay,
do it. Okay,
got
the intention is we have to hide the important properties,
it.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
important fields from outside, so that's why
Okay.
we make it as a private.
That's correct. In short, it can break validations. Let's say if we have made them as a public variable. Let's say we made as a public variable. Let's say age. We made the age variable as a public. Uh, we can change the values to negative, right? But age cannot be negative. So
Hmm.
while using the setter methods, we can add a validation like this number cannot be negative. If only if it is positive, then only set. So we can do validation by setter methods. So first thing is, if we make all the variables as public, it will break the validations, makes code fragile, makes future changes risky.
Hmm.
Okay,
Correct.
okay, okay, got it. Can you tell me how do you make a class immutable?
Yeah. So first of all, like in the Java 17 version, we have a record. Okay, we can use a record. But if let's suppose we are working on the Java 8, what we can do, we can make the fields as private. Okay, we can make the fields as private, and we can do one more thing. We cannot implement the setter method, or if let's say we have used, we can make it like we can make it as a private as well. Okay, by
Okay.
the way, it is unnecessary to use the setter there. Okay, and the
Mm-hmm.
thing is we have to initialize all the values using the constructor only. Okay, so
Only.
for that we
Okay.
can we can define a constructor in that class. Okay,
Okay.
where all the fields can be initialized at once, and it cannot be changed after that.
Let's say you are exposing list via getter. How to
Mhm.
prevent the modification
Okay, so what we can do, if let's suppose we are exposing list by a getter, okay,
in the immutable
uh,
class?
in the immutable class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we can do? Yeah, like there is one, like there's one utility method from the collections dot unmodifiable collections. Okay, if we can pass our list there, so after that our
Mm-hmm.
list will be unmodifiable. I don't remember the exact method, but there is
Collections dot
collection dot
unmodifiable list, but there
unmod
is other ways as well. We can just do the what we call this defensive copying.
add.
We can return
Yeah,
a list as a defensive copy.
as a defensive copy. And I think there is one more, one another way as well. If let's suppose we have created a list as arrays.as list, okay. In
Mm-hmm.
that case, we are creating a list of a static size. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, a fixed size. Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
suppose we have inserted a 10 element. So after that, we cannot extend the size. So so that is, I think, the third way of creating
I'm not sure
a
about
list
the
of a
third way
fixed.
because let's say we have made the size as fixed. If we are returning the list get directly, then from outside anyone can do list dot get dot set something like that, replacing the value from the indexes, something like that. I don't know. I'll check it out. Okay. Do you know the difference between shallow versus deep copy?
In the shallow one,
Mm-hmm.
we just have a reference of the another.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like we just have a reference of the another object.
Okay.
Okay. In the
Mm-hmm.
in the deep copy, we
Mm-hmm.
are creating one another object by copying its field data as well, and
Okay.
all the methods, and so that is the deep copy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean overload by only changing return type. Is it possible?
Overloading only the no, it is not allowed, like
Method
overloading,
signatures
method
does not
overloading.
include return type.
Yeah, like we can do the overloading by a different number of arguments, okay,
Mm-hmm.
in two or more than methods,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or we can have a different data types, okay.
Okay.
On only that basis we can do the method overloading.
Let's say there are two overloaded methods. Uh, in one there is a int, in another there is an integer. Okay.
Okay.
If you call the same method name passing the integer value, which one will be called?
Sorry, Jason, your voice.
Okay, sorry. You have two methods. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's say get int. In one, there is a int int as a parameter, and
Okay.
in another get int method, there is a integer as a parameter.
Integer. Mm-hmm.
Now you are calling get int method and passing 1, 2, 3, or 20 or 30, any number. Which method will be overloaded?
So if we are having a one method
Mm,
which is catching the primitive data type int,
mm.
so that one will be called. Okay, in that
That one
case.
will be called. Okay. Method with int is preferred because exact match is chosen before
Hmm.
boxing. Okay.
Yes.
How auto boxing affects overloading?
How autoboxing affect overloading?
Mm,
Um, in autoboxing, uh, like if int is there, so integer object will be created.
okay.
So like if let's suppose we have passed the int
Mm-hmm.
primitive, any primitive data type,
Mm-hmm.
and if does and at the time of method overloading,
Mm-hmm.
if JVM doesn't find any method,
Mm-hmm.
or the compiler, or the, like, I mean, sorry, it's a compiling, a method overloading is done at compiling. If the
Mm-hmm.
compiler doesn't find any method with the primitive retype, so it will do the auto boxing of
Mm-hmm.
the method with the relevant wrapper class. If let's suppose int was called at the time of object creation,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or the method
Okay.
call, or a same method will be called but which is having a wrapper class of
Okay.
that primitive data type will
Mm-hmm.
be called. Let's suppose int is called, so integer will be
Mm-hmm.
called there.
Good. Can
Sorry.
private methods be overridden?
Private method, like private method can, oh no, no, private method cannot be overwritten, um, because like we
Because
are
they are
we are
not
already
visible to the
restricting.
child.
It is not visible. We are already
Mm-hmm.
restricting in the
Mm-hmm.
parent
Correct, correct.
class.
Okay, tell me why super method must why super method be first line in a constructor? If we are using a super,
Okay.
then why it should
Mhm.
be in a first line in a constructor?
Sorry for that. The
Yeah.
thing is, even if we don't define the super keyword in the child class constructor, it
Mm-hmm.
is automatically gets called.
Okay, got it.
Because the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
parent class already contains some like some different implementation of the
Mm-hmm.
constructor.
Okay.
So the compiler, so the I mean the JVM should override, should first implement the
Mm-hmm.
parent class constructor and then the child class constructor. So
Okay.
that is the thing.
Okay. So, Ishan, tell me what happens internally when you run a Spring Boot application.
Okay, so while running a Spring Boot application,
Mm-hmm.
so first of all, it checks what are the startup packages that we have
Mm-hmm.
included in our
Mm-hmm.
pom.xml file, and
Okay.
based on that, some dependencies are created or imported
Mm-hmm.
in our project, and
Okay.
based on the dependency, we can
Mm-hmm.
now have a access of few Spring Beans. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
uh, and the thing is inside our Spring Boot application, inside our
Mm-hmm.
Spring Boot project, there
Mm-hmm.
is one application context which is known for defining the beans, or we can
Mm-hmm.
say creation of the beans or the dependency injections.
Okay.
So while we initialize any project or we create,
Mm-hmm.
so application context also came into the action. It
Mm-hmm.
creates the all the beans, and
Mm-hmm.
it does the dependency injection. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on our code. Okay. And the thing
Got it.
is, if let's suppose we have annotated our main class with at that Spring Boot application, so it will
Mm-hmm.
auto scan all the packages as well. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for the component scanning, and it can do the enable auto configuration as well. If let's
Mm-hmm.
suppose whatever kind of Spring Bean that we have used, it will
Mm-hmm.
check based on the dependency that we have added. Let's suppose
Mm-hmm.
we have sorry for that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's suppose we have a Spring Boot starter web package. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
all the web dependency will be there, and now we have access of the added controller, added rest controller, and
Okay.
added service kind of beans.
Okay.
So that's
Okay. So,
how
Ishan,
the
got it, got it. Let's say your application starts very slow. How will you find what is slowing startup?
so if our application starting very slow,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so what we can do, uh, in that case we can do the debugging. Okay,
Okay.
that is one of the option.
We can enable
Apart from
startup logs.
this, yeah, we can do the logging as well. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, and now after that we can check
Mm-hmm.
what are the beans are created from the
Okay.
application context. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
so I think that is the one of the option that we can use,
Got
if
it.
let's
Got it.
suppose.
Got it.
Okay, yeah.
Um, Among the component and repository annotation, what extra feature does repository annotation provide?
Sorry, could you please
Uh,
repeat?
we have annotations, component annotations, repository annotations, right? Functionally, they are same, right? What extra features does
Faizan,
repository? Yep, yep.
your voice is little bit, I mean.
Okay. One second. Is it fine now?
Yeah, yeah, now it's fine, yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm saying we have two annotations, component and repository. Okay. So what extra feature does repository annotation provide than the component annotation? Functionally, they are
Okay.
same, right?
Mhm. So one of the feature that repository annotation that
Mm-hmm.
like a repository annotation
Mm-hmm.
can give us, if let's suppose while doing any transaction with the DB, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and if we get some error, so what repository annotation does, it converts the database exceptions into the relevant Spring application exceptions. Okay,
Okay.
and by the thing is, at the rate component is a generic, it's a
Mm-hmm.
generic annotation, and at the repository is a specific annotation. It is for the database entity or a database relationship
Mm-hmm.
only.
Got it.
Okay, so
Okay. So tell me, uh, how does Spring decide which configuration to apply?
which configuration to apply? Sorry for that.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. No worries.
Okay. Can you, if possible, can you please give me a scenario like which configuration like
Um,
by the way, how Spring Boot analyze the configuration is, if let's suppose we have imported the dependencies, okay,
mhm,
those
mhm,
dependencies are having the code,
mhm,
so that actually it initialize the few beans into our code.
mhm. Okay.
If web dependencies are there, we can now
Mhm,
have access of at the rate controller at the
mhm,
address controller at the request mapping. So
mhm.
that's how Spring Boot analyzes the beans. But
Okay.
if you can elaborate
Yeah,
the
yeah.
questions like.
Actually, Spring uses conditional annotations as well, like conditional class, conditional missing bean. These conditions check class
Hmm.
path, existing beans, and properties before
Hmm.
applying a configuration. Got it?
Hmm. Yeah. 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 I got it right.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's say Spring configures a bean, you don't want it. How do you stop it?
Okay. Spring configures a bean we don't want. Um. If let's suppose we don't want, what we can use. I think we can do some settings in the application dot properties. Okay, that is the one
Okay.
thing. I
Okay.
think apart from this, if
Can we
let's suppose,
exclude, use exclude, something like that?
yeah, we can. Uh, if we are excluding the dependency from the
Mm-hmm.
sorry for that.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. No worries.
Hmm. If let's suppose we are excluding some
Mm-hmm.
classes,
Mm-hmm. Like we
like
can
just
add
like we have
exclude
one.
in the Spring Boot application annotation, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Like if we are excluding
Mm-hmm.
the configuration only in a certain package, we
Mm-hmm.
can use exclude keyword here.
Okay. Okay, so Ishan, how does Spring manage bean lifecycle?
So application context is there.
Uh-huh.
So it is like it takes care of all the beans creation
Okay.
and the bean dependency injection as well,
Mm.
and the like overall utilization of the beans. So application code.
Got it, got it.
Sorry for
Spring
that.
creates bean, inject dependencies, set properties, calls aware interfaces, runs post processors, invoke init methods, and finally make beans ready. On shutdown, it
Yeah.
calls destroy method. This is the life cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Can you tell me the difference between save method and save and flush method?
Save method and save and plus method.
Flush,
Mm.
FLUS.
Okay,
The
like the
save
save
stores
method, it is
entity in persistence context, but,
entities.
mhm,
Hmm.
but may not
Like
immediately
it
write to
stores.
DB.
Yeah. Like when we do the post operation.
Mhm,
Okay. At the time of we use the save.
mhm.
But for the second method that you were telling, the save all or
And flush.
okay. So for that I'm unaware of it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
For that reason.
Actually, save stores entity in persistence context, but may not immediately writes to DB. Save and flush saves and forces flush to DB instantly.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so can you tell me how do you resolve conflicts in your project if you guys see conflicts?
Like in the project or in the I
Mhm.
mean
Yeah, in a project.
Okay, mhm. So if let's suppose if we have a conflict of the bean,
Mhm.
okay, we can use at that primary or at that qualifier
No, no, no. In a GitHub, you are facing some conflicts while pushing your code.
while pushing the code. Okay, so the thing is, we can do the debugging. Okay, like
Mhm.
in our project we have a
Mhm.
Kibana. Okay,
Mhm.
if let's suppose we have a insurance policy, insurance
Mhm.
creation
Okay,
policy form. Okay,
good.
and we have hit on the
Do you
support.
guys use any tool, Tortoise, Git, or anything to resolve your conflicts? Something like that?
No, what
No.
I know, we are using the Kibana
Kibana. Okay, got
to
it.
okay.
Okay. So, Ishank, yeah, it's done from my end, and yes, it was a
Mm.
very, very nice interview.